All right, look up weekend today. My name is Brian Amwai. Sign language interpreter tonight is Felisa Adundo. These are the top stories tonight. Former Education CS George Magoha laid to rest at his home in Umiri, Siaya County.
Ni step mzuri to declare a state of emergency kwa sababu ninaona county pia imeita NGOs Jumatatu kuhakikisha ya kwamba wameconsolidate effort kutoka NGOs.
4,000 vulnerable families receive food in Isiolo as drought continues to ravage counties in the northern region.
Yuko watu wameanza wizi ya magari. Ukishakapa gari yako mahali wanakuja wanapaka gari yao, wanakuja wanatoa hizo vitu wanatumia. Hii namba pale mmeshaona ndio wanatumia, wanang'oa hizo vitu yao, wanaenda naye.
13 car thief suspects arrested in Kiambu in an ongoing crackdown to uncover crime syndicates. Now, be in touch with us through our socials. That is at Amwai brand on Twitter, at Lookuptv. The hashtag to use tonight is Lookup Weekend. We are also live on Facebook, where you can send your feedback and we'll be able to sample some of it as we continue with the program tonight. Now, after a week of celebrating his contribution in different sectors, former Education Cabinet Secretary Professor George Magoha today was laid to rest at his home in Yala, Siaya County. He has been remembered as a father and a leader with great legacy. Professor Magoha's widow, Dr. Barbara Odudu, and his son, Dr. Michael Magoha, have stressed on the importance of prioritizing family and leading a life that can be emulated by many. Samia Dika with the story.
In true Luo fashion with zest and color, family, friends, leaders and neighbors came in thousands to bid their final farewell to the late renowned education giant, Professor George Omore Magoha. In her husband of 40 years, Dr. Barbara Odudu has continued reiterating on the admirable character of our late lover while urging mourners to follow in his footsteps.
My husband does not smile, but everybody who has seen him knows that that's a smiling face that has left the world. And that's what I want people to remember. He smiled that he gave hope to the hopeless. It's not the certificates. It's not who he was.
While remembering their last moments, John Obare, the late's brother, has urged his siblings to continue upholding the great legacy of their family.
My sisters, the two of them, and my brother Joseph, remain focused on what our mother's legacy, what George's legacy has been.
In a humorous way, Professor Magoha's brother-in-law, Dr. Ekan Augustus, has described the late struggle before marrying his sister, Dr. Barbara Odudu, with him describing that his molding in Nigeria has greatly contributed to Professor Magoha's success in the country.
He applied to join our family. We are all families of doctors. My father was a doctor. 4 of my siblings are doctors. 3 of my children are doctors. So when he applied, we had to vet it very seriously. And when you see that we accepted him, you can see the product. You see the finished product. You see what he did to Kenya.
They say that good men must die, but death cannot kill their names. For a man remembered for his great accolades and values, Professor Magoha's legacy, especially in the education sector, can never be washed away. Samia Dika, Lookuptv.
All right, indeed, rest in peace, but his legacy continues to live on and what he did in the education sector and the country in general. Away from that, is Jubilee Party still part of Azimio coalition? Now, this is the biggest question many are grappling with. During the late Magoha's burial mass, retired President Uhuru Kenyatta, who is the party leader of the Jubilee Party, referred to Odinga as his party leader. This comes as party members of the former ruling party suspended the Secretary General Jeremiah Kioni and Vice Chair David Murade, raising the question, is Jubilee still affiliated to the Azimio, as the former president also joined Odinga in his anti-government rallies.
Hello.
He made his stand after speculations that he was leaving the Azimio coalition. The son of Kenyatta, speaking during the burial of the late Professor George Magoha in Siaya, made clear his position with the Azimio party.
My brother, my friend, my party leader, Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga,
Uhuru's declaration comes barely 24 hours since his party announced that it will be leaving the Azimio coalition. Putting to rest what has been considered a long con, the two leaders seem to be in good books with one another. The former head of state joined Odinga in his rally in Luanda for the first time in Azimio's anti-government rallies.
mimi mnajua sasa nimestaafu, si ni kweli? Mimi nimestaafu, niko retired, but I am not tired. Tunaelewana? I am retired but not.
Tumekuja kusema ya kwamba safari ambayo ilianzishwa na Mheshimiwa Uhuru Kenyatta pamoja na baba, tuko nyuma yao mpaka mwisho. Tuhakikisha kwamba wananchi wamekombolewa katika zile shida wako nazo.
Bei ya unga imeshuka. Sasa hawa wakora mambo yao yameonekana sasa. Na sisi tumewaambia washughulike kufanya kazi waliosema watafanya, si ndio?
Azimio iko sawa. Azimio iko intact. Na vyama vyote vya Azimio, ODM, Jubilee, Wiper, DAP, ziko zote vyama 25. Ziko zote ziko sawa sawa. Umeelewana vizuri? Wengine wanabweka nasema ati wanatoa kioni. Kioni hawezi kutolewa na wale watu wa chini yake.
Uhuru said he is no longer into active politics after his retirement in September 2022. However, he asserted that he remains firmly behind the Azimio chief.
Na ndipo tuko hapa, vile mjuavyo, mimi nimekuwa rais kwa muda wa karibu miaka 10, si ni kweli? Lakini sasa mimi nimestaafu, si ndio? Lakini kustaafu sio kuchoka. Ama namna gani? Kustaafu sio nini? Hata wengine wanastaafu wazee ndio nguvu inaongezeka. Ama ni namna gani? Na mimi wakati hata kama nimewacha siasa active, mimi bado ni mfuasi wa nani? Mfuasi wa nani? Sasa akiniambia twende lazima na ndipo mimi nasema mimi nilimuunga mkono wakati huo na bado nitaendelea kumuunga mkono kwa sababu mimi naamini yeye ni mtu wa ukweli, yeye ni mtu anataka kuunganisha Wakenya, yeye ni mtu anataka amani katika taifa letu, na ni demokrasia na haki yangu kusupport yule mtu mimi
Odinga took the time to castigate members of his team who have been cozy with the Kenya Kwanza government.
Wengine wanajaribu kumruga Azimio. Wanaingia wananunua wajumbe wengine namna hii. Wanapigiwa bei. Tumesema afadhali tubaki ni wale wajumbe ambao wana msimamo. Tumekuwa na vikundi vikubwa ambao hawana msimamo. Wale ambao wanataka kuenda waende.
Now, the Council of Governors and the national government have failed to agree on the controversial issue of revenue allocation to the devolved units. A two-day retreat held at Enashipai Resort in Naivasha failed to resolve the impasse, with the governors demanding 425 billion against the government's offer of 383 billion. However, the national government promised to issue all the counties with a total of 2.7 billion conditional grant, which would go towards supporting 100,000 health workers and volunteers. Now, addressing the press after the meeting, the Council of Governors chairperson Amwai said that they had made major strides during the summit. Now, the Kirinyaga governor said that each of the 47 counties would use the cash to train and capacitate the health workers.
Affiliation, government services, initiatives, and programs shall be accessible to all Kenyans wherever they are. 2, that the national government commits to ensure timely disbursement of counties' share of allocated revenues. This will be in line with the approved disbursement schedule. 3, that the Intergovernmental Relations Technical Committee shall fast-track the process of identification, analysis, and transfer of all pending devolved functions to the county governments in the shortest time possible. 4, the IGRTC shall work jointly with key stakeholders, COG amongst others, to fast-track the completion of valuation exercise of all assets related to devolved functions in the current financial year to allow for formal and final transfer of the assets. 5, that all the existing intergovernmental legal cases by one level of government against the other level of government shall be subjected to alternative dispute resolution as provided for under the Intergovernmental Relations Act 2012 through IGRTC. Equally, KRA shall withdraw all matters against county governments from court and seek alternative dispute resolution. 6, that IGRT as an institution charged with the responsibility to adjudicate on intergovernmental disputes shall be strengthened to be able to effectively discharge that responsibility for the benefit of both levels of government. The Intergovernmental Relations Act 2012 shall be proposed for amendment to anchor the COG Secretariat and strengthen the role of IGRTC. 7, that for purposes of intergovernmental coordination of security across the country, the county policing authorities chaired by the county governors shall be operationalized within 6 months. This will boost cooperation between the two levels of government on matters relating to security. 8, that for purposes of ensuring availability of a comprehensive health insurance scheme for all Kenyans, the national government shall institute a process to restructure the National Health Insurance Fund to be a fit-for-purpose insurance scheme.
Now, as the drought situation continues to bite hard in Isiolo County and the larger northern Kenya region, at least 4,000 vulnerable households have received food aid in the form of maize flour, courtesy of the county senator Fatuma Dulo. Now, this comes in the wake of concerns over the prolonged drought that continues to affect more than 4.3 million Kenyans in 24 out of 47 counties. Cecilia Lubanga with the details.
A section of residents in Isiolo County have a reason to smile after County Senator Fatuma Dulo distributed relief food at a time when the prevailing drought season has led to scarcity of food and water.
Nafurahia sana hatua ya Mheshimiwa Senator Fatuma Dulo kuja kusaidia watu wa Isiolo kwa kutafuta msaada ya chakula kusaidia watu wetu wa Isiolo.
We are very appreciative of our government. When people are hungry, they cannot commit themselves to any economic activity.
Nashukuru sana kama mama wa Isiolo County kwa waheshimiwa wetu Senator Fatuma Dulo na pia gavana wetu kwa kundikilia Isiolo County tuchukue hatua zote tukishirikiana na wao viongozi watusaidie kufikia jamii kila mahali.
While handing over the 20 tons of maize flour to leaders of the various ethnic communities living in Isiolo County, the senator stated that adverse drought has taken root in the entire Isiolo County.
The situation is very bad. We must actually support our people. You cannot actually plant trees when people are dying. Yeah? So we must actually plant trees at the same time also take care of the people.
Merti, Garbatula and Serisho sub-counties are reportedly to be the most affected, with locals having lost almost all their livestock to drought. Senator Dulo lauded the county government for the move of declaring a state of emergency in the county, noting that the move will free more resources from both government and non-governmental organizations.
Ni step mzuri to declare a state of emergency kwa sababu ninaona county pia imeita NGOs Jumatatu kuhakikisha ya kwamba wameconsolidate effort kutoka NGOs, waone wataintervene namna gani.
The county is among 24 counties in the alarm stage as county governments have begun suspending all development projects in order to fully focus on drought response activities as a matter of priority, Isiolo County being one of them.
Kuna urban centers ambaye pia zimekuwa affected kwa sababu ya ile mambo ya COVID, watu wengi hawafanyi kazi. Na ni vizuri tuangalie wale ambaye ni livestock keepers na pia tukumbuke wale ambaye wako mjini, kuna wengi ambaye hawawezi kujisaidia.
The drought situation remains critical in 22 of the 23 ASAL counties due to the late onset and poor performance of the March anticipated October to December 2022 short rains, coupled with 4 previous consecutive failed rainfall seasons. The number of Kenyans most affected could rise to 6 million if no proper mitigation measures are embraced as the drought situation spreads to parts of non-ASAL counties.
If we don't get any other rains between now and the 3 months, the situation might even become more dire.
Cecilia Lubanga, Lookuptv.
All right, we do want to take a short break here on the program. Don't go too far. We'll be back with more, including Matter Sports.
Usiwahi cheza na mboga yangu. Na unafuata nani? Usisikuone ukinifuata. Nimekwambia una shares kwa hii kuku.
Nikadharu man. Hebu kwanza rudi ndani ufresh hiyo chona make sure umespray.
Juli kwani wewe? Hii tumbo yako mimi najua inaweza ingiza kila kitu. Hata chuma nikishiaga nikupea hata plastic najua utakula. Kwani leo kunaendaje? Kuna kitu sielewi.
Kabisa Mluya. Yaani umeamua kulala uchi.
Sasa kama hakuna ile nguo inanitosha unataka nifanye aje?
Because you are fat.
Sasa ukiongelea mimi ati fat. Na Julie tutasemaje?
Kuja.
Vera Beauty and Fashion College is focused on being the leading technical and vocational training institute in the region. Our team possesses in-depth knowledge and extensive experience in the industry, offering thorough training in cosmetology, hairdressing, interior design, creative arts, training of trainers, nail technology, and fashion design. With branches in Nairobi, Thika, Meru, Eldoret, and now in Mombasa, our courses ensure that learners are completely equipped with knowledge, competency, and employability skills. Enroll today to be a part of a center of excellence.
Right, now thank you so much for staying with us. Now, the prevailing harsh economic times have made it difficult for needy students to access education, and the story John Kamiti in Uasin Gishu County is no different. Now, he scored 375 marks in the 2022 KCPE exams, but he has been unable to join secondary school due to financial constraints.
John Kamiti confidently yet so slowly walks to the school he got an admission to, carrying his admission letter in the company of his mother. A promising young lad who scored 375 marks in the Kenya Certificate of Primary Education and a place at Paul Obit Secondary School, but up to now he is yet to attend class due to lack of funds.
Nimekuja hapa kwa sababu kijana wangu aliitwa hapa Paul Boit na alikuwa akisomea Mnyaka Primary na akapata marks mzuri sana, alikuwa na 375.
He approaches the admission team with hope to start school today. He has nothing much except an expectant heart and a prepared mind to learn. Selina Njeri, John's mother, explains the family's financial struggles and the various offices she sought help from.
Kama mzazi, kusema ukweli, nimeshindwa kabisa. Kwa sababu mimi nilikuwa ni kama arudie kwanza alafu niwe nimejipanga. Lakini ile pressure ya mtoto kwa sababu alikuwa amejaribu, amekuwa akitamani sana kwenda. Sasa kuna mtu alinidirect kwa Director of Education na nikaenda huko jana na nikaambiwa nirudi leo, na after nilirudi leo alinituma hapa. Na wakati alinituma hapa juu tulikuwa mpaka na mtoto, aliniambia tukuje na yeye, na hata yeye ndiye alitupea fare. Akatutuma tukuje kwa principal na akasema ataongea na yeye.
The teachers here were not left behind in showing the support, as Keen Willie explains.
We are so happy to have you in our school. Right now we've done something very important for this boy. He is a needy case from a brilliant and also so brilliant, and that's why as a school and as a department we've actually decided to contribute something small so that we enable him pursue his dreams and ambitions in life.
The school principal, Shem Busolo, has however agreed to admit him to school as he gives his mother time to settle the school fees.
This afternoon, as a school, we have mobilized the members of teaching staff and non-teaching staff and students, and we have, for now, been able to get some uniform for him. One of the parents who had come in school to also admit the son has also given a box. As a school, we want to request all well-wishers who would come and assist this young man complete his 4 years at Paul Boyd High School.
The family is now appealing to well-wishers to support their son's quest for education, hoping against hope that his secondary school journey will be seamless. For Lookuptv, my name is Abigail Shira.
Now, police officers in Kiambu have arrested 13 suspects for car theft around Riabai and Kirigiti areas and for being in possession of 180 kilograms of marijuana and more than 500 liters of changa. Now, the officers recovered stolen car tires, knives, motorcycles and fake number plates that are said to be used to commit crime.
The police officers of Kiambu County have finally uncovered a car theft syndicate that has been troubling the area residents. In the raid, officers arrested 13 suspects, 3 for car theft, mostly around Riabai and Kirigiti areas in Kiambu County. 2 of these suspects were caught in possession of 2 90 kg sacks of marijuana and 500 liters of changa.
Makusha yaona tumeshika bangi ambayo ni gunia 2. Moja inabeba 90 kgs. Tumeshawashika vijana wawili. Na pombe mmeshaona ni kama 500 liters ya changa.
Kiambu Divisional Police Commander Mohamed Badel explained how the suspects were carrying out criminal activities, mostly affecting the KISS students. He also affirmed that police officers have waged war on crime and will join hands with area residents to end the vice.
Sana sana wanaibianga watoto ya KISS na tutakubali vitu kama hizo. So watu tuko gangari na tuko macho na tutahakikisha kwamba Kiambu itakuwa salama salama.
Phoebe Wangombe, Lookuptv.
Right now, rappers and fans across the world are still trying to come to terms with the sudden death of renowned South African rapper Canon Forbes, famously known by his stage name, aka the rapper, was shot and killed on Friday evening as he left a popular restaurant in South Africa in the company of friends. Now, according to a witness account, paramedics met total chaos at a scene where 2 men believed to be in their 30s sustained multiple gunshot wounds and one was already dead. AKA has been remembered as a creative genius who took Africa rap game internationally. All right, now let's get sporty tonight. The national athletics team, which has been training at the St. Mark's Kigali Teachers College since January 10th, will depart the country on Sunday night to Bathurst, Australia.